This module provides the underlying theory to complete, efficient, and tax-compliant bookkeeping practices and procedures used by accounting firms. Below is a comprehensive outline of what is covered. Chapter 1. Introduction. 1.1. The bookkeeping function. 1.2. Accounting info importance. 1.3. Users of accounting info. 1.4. Some accounting terms. Chapter 2. The ledger. 2.1. The ledger. 2.2. Ledger sections. 2.3. An account. 2.4. The vertical account. Chapter 3. The chart of accounts. 3.1. Introduction. 3.2. Incomes. 3.3. Expenses. 3.4. Indirect expenses. 3.5. Assets. 3.6. Liabilities. 3.7. Equity accounts. 3.8. Different chart of accounts.
Chapter 4. Income and expense accounts. 4.1. Income. 4.2. Expenses. 4.3. Direct expenses. 4.4. Disallowed expenses. 4.5. Indirect expenses. 4.6. Employee costs. 4.7. Premises costs. 4.8. Maintenance costs. 4.9. Administrative expenses. 4.10. Motor expenses. 4.11. Travel and subsistence. 4.12. Promotion and entertainment. 4.13. Professional fees. 4.14. Bad debts. 4.15. Interest charges. 4.16. Finance charges. 4.17. Depreciation and disposal. 4.18. Other expenses. Chapter 5. Assets, liabilities and equity accounts. 5.1. Assets. 5.2. Equipment, mock and vehicles. 5.3. Other fixed assets. 5.4. Current assets. 5.5. Bank and cash balances. 5.6. Other current assets. 5.7. Liabilities. 5.8. Other current liabilities. 5.9. Long-term liabilities. 5.10. Equity accounts. Chapter 6. Source documents. 6.1. Introduction. 6.2. A receipt. 6.3. A check. 6.4. A deposit slip. 6.5. Payment voucher. 6.6. An invoice. 6.7. A debit note. 6.8. A credit note. 6.9. Statement of account. Chapter 7. Documents management. 7.1. Introduction. 7.2. The correspondence file. 7.3. Income and receipts file. 7.4. Purchases and payments file. 7.5. The wages file. 7.6. The banking file. 7.7. The bookkeeping file. 7.8. The accounts file.
Chapter 8. Means of payments. 8.1. Cash. 8.2. Check. 8.3. Bank draft. 8.4. Standing order. 8.5. Direct debit. 8.6. Direct credit. 8.7. Debit card. 8.8. Credit card. Chapter 9. General Guide. 9.1. Double entry. 9.2. Narration. 9.3. Duplication. 9.4. Supporting documents. 9.5. Single accounts. 9.6. Account numbering. 9.7. Errors not acceptable. 9.8. Completion marking. 9.9. What is recorded? 9.10. Document recording process. 9.11. Verifying records. 9.12. Vertical accounts. Chapter 10. Money received. 10.1. Money received. 10.2. Daily sales total. 10.3. Sales receipts. 10.4. Fees income. 10.5. Income and sales VAT. 10.6. Recording sales VAT. 10.7. Modified sales VAT account. 10.8. Fixed assets sold. 10.9. Refund received. 10.10. Capital introduced. 10.11. Borrowed money. 10.12. Agency collections. 10.13. Other receipts. 10.14. Balancing accounts.
Chapter 11. Money paid. 11.1. Introduction. 11.2. Purchases without VAT. 11.3. Purchases with VAT. 11.4. Modified purchases VAT account. 11.5. Cost of sales. 11.6. Subcontractor. 11.7. Other direct expenses. 11.8. Indirect expenses. 11.9. Fixed assets. 11.10. Personal money paid. 11.11. Customer refund paid. 11.12. Wages without deductions. 11.13. Loan and credit card repaid. 11.14. Drawings paid. 11.15. Agency payment. 11.16. Other payments. Chapter 12. Value-added tax. 12.1. Introduction. 12.2. Registration. 12.3. VAT classifications. 12.4. VAT reporting options. 12.5. VAT and net fractions. 12.6. Modified sales VAT account. 12.7. Modified purchases VAT account. 12.8. VAT verification and approval. 12.9. VAT return. 12.10. VAT transfer. 12.11. Payments to revenue. 12.12. VAT penalty. Chapter 13. Journals. 13.1. Introduction. 13.2. Preparing a trial balance. 13.3. Cumulative and period balancing. 13.4. Cumulative trial balance. 13.5. Period trial balance.
13.6. Vertical trial balance. 13.7. Combining period and cumulative. 13.8. Pre- and post-VAT recording. 13.9. Trial balance comparison. 13.10. Trial balance uses. Chapter 14. The trial balance. 14.1. Introduction. 14.2. A journal entry. 14.3. Posting journals. 14.4. Stock drawings. 14.5. Fixed assets in kind. 14.6. Commission deducted. 14.7. Donations. 14.8. Single-sided journal. Chapter 15. Suspense and corrections. 15.1. Introduction. 15.2. Temporary completing entry. 15.3. Registration of exposed errors. 15.4. TB difference investigation. 15.5. Single error correction. 15.6. Multi-error corrections. 15.7. Modified VAT corrections. 15.8. Errors not exposed. 15.9. Trial balance comparison. Chapter 16. Wages computations. 16.1. Introduction. 16.2. Wages without deductions. 16.3. Wage deductions. 16.4. Recording wage computations. 16.5. Paying wage creditors. Chapter 17. The Creditors Records. 17.1. Introduction. 17.2. Trade creditors account. 17.3. Opening creditor balances. 17.4. Accruals invoice. 17.5. Purchases invoice. 17.6. Drawings invoice. 17.7. Creditors receipt. 17.8. Creditors refund. 17.9. Purchases debit note.
17.10. Purchases credit note. 17.11. Creditors unpaid check. 17.12. A creditors list. 17.13. Creditors comparison. 17.14. Creditors investigations. 17.15. Correcting creditors ledger. 17.16. Creditors reconciliation. 17.17. Creditors reconciliation statement. Chapter 18. The Debtors Records. 18.1. Introduction. 18.2. Trade debtors account. 18.3. Opening debtor balances. 18.4. Sales invoice. 18.5. Income reserve invoice. 18.6. Debtors receipt. 18.7. Debtors refund. 18.8. Sales debit note. 18.9. Sales credit note. 18.10. Debtors unpaid check. 18.11. Bad debts. 18.12. A debtors list. 18.13. Debtors comparison. 18.14. Debtors ledger investigation. 18.15. Correcting debtors ledger. 18.16. Debtors reconciliation. Chapter 19. Banking and reconciliation. 19.1. Introduction. 19.2. Check stub entries. 19.3. Cash withdraw slip. 19.4. Electronic payments. 19.5. Check receipts account. 19.6. Electronic receipts account. 19.7. Deposit slip entries. 19.8. Bank statement. 19.9. Bank reconciliation. 19.10. Updating bank account. 19.11. Bank reconciliation statement. 19.12. Bank statement recording. 19.13. Bank overdraft. 19.14. Loan reconciliation. 19.15. Credit card reconciliation. 19.16. Cash reconciliation. 19.17. Cash and bank summary.
Chapter 20. Periodic Statements. 20.1. Introduction. 20.2. The Profit and Loss Account. 20.3. Profit and Loss Account Notes. 20.4. Profit and Loss Account Preparation. 20.5. Profit in Percentages. 20.6. Periodic Performance Comparison. 20.7. The Balance Sheet. 20.8. Balance Sheet Notes. 20.9. Owner's Equity. 20.10. Balance Sheet Preparation. 20.11. VAT on Balance Sheet. Chapter 21. Opening Balances. 21.1. Introduction. 21.2. Posting Opening Balances. 21.3. Opening Year Reversals. 21.4. Prepayments Reversal. 21.5. Advance Income Reversal. 21.6. Opening Balances Column. Chapter 22. Periodic Tasks. 22.1. Introduction. 22.2. Periodic Tasks. 22.3. Completeness Check. 22.4. Pre-VAT Tasks. 22.5. Post-VAT Tasks. 22.6. Error Elimination. 22.7. Periodic Reports and Filing. In addition to introductory information, this DVD has sample chapters for the theory paper. Chapters 1 to 11 are freely accessible on YouTube or DVD. Get chapters 12 to 22 after registering for examinations. Get the video for practical guidance after completing the theory paper. You can now register with APA by calling 0414251654 or send an email to admin@practicalaccounts.com.